Chapter 2. Skylar was fully transformed. He went rushing off to find his family to go tell them that he was finally greater than them. When his family had seen him, he was scolded gravely by what he became. Nobody ever liked him. He would always be a hated kid. He didn't ever understand it, but he would one day. Time had passed. The days were growing weaker. Skylar had seen fire. He wanted to just grab it, finish it, and just make it be better. But he had noticed that no, he was hated. He should always be hated if he's going to be hated. If I'm going to be a villain, I better stay like it. I don't want to be a hero if they all don't like me. Skylar was purely in some weird type of land. He would recognize the place, but had felt like he never belonged. Skylar wanted to feel like, okay, I should help them and just go on with the flow. But he was like, no, I shouldn't do it. Everybody just ignore me. They had all lived like that. So he had walked away from the place. Later, the fire department came. Skylar immediately rushed and destroyed the thing out of his will. He became normal. His eyes now blue again. And when he opened them, he had seen the full water Vaporeons walking over and running away, seeking to be fled from Skylar, who was now conscious. Skylar was nervous, scared, afraid. He didn't know what to do, how to react at the death of them. So he decided to just go on to a cave where nobody could ever find him. Some time passed, of course. He discovered that he would never fit in the land. He wanted to go back to Lunala, but never did. That was where he was originally born, but never understood how Lunala was going to be made. Alright, I'll do this. I gotta go find this Evie named Valley Evie and her sister, Evie Absol. He sighed and walked toward the place, the village where he once grew up. There were two kids, one taller than the other one. One was blue, the other one was cream. They were different, and they could be told that they were the ones that Skylar had been looking for a while. He rushed up, but the little creatures were terrified of him by the stories that they were told by the parents of them. Skylar had understood, backed away, and just sat there to let them come to him instead of him coming to them. The time passed. The Eevees realized that he was no danger, and so they went there. Why didn't you come after us? Why didn't you try to kill us? Yeah, why? Both of them asked. Skylar noticed their questions and just was like, I am no villain. I just have been misunderstood all my life. I became like this to the will by the gods. Valley, the first one to speak, was like, you know what? You seem like a nice folk. Plus, it's extremely cool that the gods actually found you. You look like a weird shiny Pokemon. I don't know you, though. Yes, Skylar answered. And then the other sister had answered. My name's Evie Absol, but most people call me Blue because of how I look, of course. Skylar was impressed by her sudden change of humor. He was, nice to meet you. I don't think I presented myself. I'm Skylar. And the sister who was meant to lead the future kingdom said, I'm Belle Evie. Nice to meet you too, Skylar. Skylar was extremely happy now, and he had to tell them this. I need you guys to come with me, please. I'm not going to hurt you. I promise I won't ever hurt a fly. It just comes to me. But I promise that this time it won't come. I've already managed to control it, but nobody has ever accepted me. Just by who I am, how I look. My family thought I would be a shiny, and it would be cool and all. But I wasn't born a shiny. Bellevy and Evie Absol followed him toward the cave where he lived. They all sat down, and Skylar had brought them some pieces of prey to share. Bellevy and Evie Absol had just checked it out, sniffing it first to make sure it wasn't poisonous. It's not poisonous. It's prey. Go on, eat it. The sisters glance at each other and they're like, okay, we will eat it. So they had ate some, and they just chilled there for a while. Then, after they ate, Skylar wanted to ask the real question that he had planned to tell him. Okay, both of you, I've had a vision when I was turned into this by the gods. I had just now appeared to remember that you guys are destined to be something big. You, Valivi, you're destined to be a ruler, a queen. Valivi was surprised by the sudden change of the subject and nodded. What do you mean by queen? The village lives peacefully. You must find the place. You have to secure the peacefulness when the darkest time will arrive. Evie Absol just looked at them. You know what? I do not want to talk about this anymore. I need to know what's the real deal here. You guys seem very weird acting about this. Skylar nodded, and he tried to explain it all. This was chapter 2 of Skylar's Path. We hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching and listening to this podcast part.